How's it going, guys? Another video today. We are with Mark. He's having problems with the TJ. So tell us, Mark, what is going on?
All right, so started off the other day. I was driving the TJ, and all of a sudden the check gauges light came on the dash, and my battery went all the way to the left, down to the 9. So kept driving, didn't think anything about it. I pulled over one time, turned it off, turned it right back on. Gauges cleared, everything was fine. So I'm like, all right, maybe a loose connection. Sometimes that whole cluster in the TJ gets a little bit of moisture. We've had a lot of rain right now, so kind of let it go for a couple of days, and it randomly did it again. Same thing. Check gauges light comes on, battery goes all the way over, and looks like it's not reading anything. So was driving last night, went to a little Jeep Christmas party, and went to start the Jeep. Battery was dead. So I got to jump. Ended up going down around the corner to the gas station because I need some gas before I got on the highway. Fueled up, same thing, went to go crank it up, battery dead. Thank God my buddy Chris was behind me. Chris Perez, thanks buddy. He jumped me again, got on the highway, started going. Noticed that the lights in my cluster were super dim. My headlights were super dim. Just electrical issues, radio was kind of flickering off and on. And then all of a sudden, boom, lost power. So coasted over to the side. I had my Wagon Tech battery jumper. I tried to jump it a couple times. Really couldn't get it to just keep constant power. Pulled out my socket set, tightened up my connections. They were a little loose, but went ahead and tightened them down. Really didn't make a difference. Still didn't do anything. So called a buddy who's got a wrecker, picked me up, brought me. So now I've had it sitting on the charger here for probably about 3 or 4 hours. You can see it's all the way up to 100% now. I went ahead and cranked it up. Everything turns on. I just think basically driving around all that time, I was just pulling straight battery power because the alternator's bad is what I'm going with. So plan is, now that it's got the battery on it, probably gonna go a couple miles down the road to Advanced Auto, pull it up, have them check the battery, have them check the alternator. And if that's it, we'll go ahead and pull the air box out. The tensioner will loosen that up so we can get the pulley off, and then we got 2 bolts down in the bottom. So shouldn't take too long to fix, but we'll go ahead and get her cranked up and head to AutoZone.
Look, Mark, scooters. He looks scooters and a cooter. A cooter and a scooter.
Only got room for a scooter back here. It's all dirty.
Yeah, apparently you don't see that much action, apparently. Look at that. This one though, look, it's clean. Oh, look. There you go. All right, guys, so we're gonna go to the auto parts store. We're gonna get that, and also a quick update on the Jeep. I never mentioned to you guys that I got it back since I got wrecked by this lady. Everything is fixed, but I'm still hearing a couple noises here and there. I need to go over it and check everything. And what else? I put the roto pads back on. I had them when I had the Smeaty tire carrier, the one that goes through the bumper. But yeah, also we are going to be ripping off the fenders. Since tomorrow I'll be getting new fenders. I'll show you those in another video, but today we're just gonna be prepping it for that. But catch you in a little bit. Alright guys, so Mark already got an alternator. We're gonna begin the process to install it. Take off the terminals for the battery, then we're gonna remove the air box and take off the alternator. It's down there.
And then we gotta do the pulley to get everything in the cable.
And the pulley to remove that.
There we go.
All right, guys. So we're almost done. We're still trying to get some cables off the alternator, but this is not the Tampa Jeep Lab, so this is a friend's shop, and we don't know where stuff is at. He's not here, so we're just trying to work with what we find. Meanwhile, that he's trying to find the tools. Let's go ahead and rip off the fenders. All right, let's go do that. All right, so these fenders are the stock ones. I cut them. They lasted almost 3 years. Now we're gonna remove them, and tomorrow I'll be installing Nemesis Industries. Odyssey's in the front, the Notorious on the rear with the dovetail on the rear. So let's go ahead and see. Piece of cake. All right, one on the other side. Already figure out how to take out the clips once if they stay. You just gotta be careful. You gotta tap it on the side. Once it comes out, you gotta put it on the other side. There you go. You see it has this 2 little taps. Once you press them, you're good to go. It's gonna come out. That's pretty nice. I didn't know it, but let's continue. On to the last one, boys and girls. All right, so now it looks really big, like it looks really wide. I was actually sticking out a lot. If you can see that, it's almost a whole tire sticking out. On to better things, guys. Is it almost done?
Almost. Bolt, wire plug. Alright guys, so we are all wrapped up, all finished. Overall, pretty easy thing. Again, we had to loosen up the pulley here. We had to remove the air box, some of the air hoses to come over, and other than that, a couple bolts and a couple wires on the back end is all this really took. Took the longest is the wires on the back, the grounds and stuff. Some of them broke off, snapped off. This is a 97, so a little bit old, but we had the tools, we're able to get it off. Other than that, everything went back on, belt went back on fine. Put a new idler pulley on there because it was squealing a little bit before, but we're all done. I'd say what it took us about an hour. We had to search for tools, that kind of drug it out a little bit. We're at a friend's shop. He came into the rescue, so we didn't have to drive all the way back to the lab. But other than that, probably about an hour job, maybe 4 beer job. But I pretty much think as long as you got a couple wrenches, sockets, and a couple maybe a breaker bar, you should be able to do this. So, all right, see you.
All right, guys. So tomorrow we're also gonna be doing the fenders in my Jeep. So we'll be showing you. Oh, we're also gonna be doing the ball joints. So we'll be showing you that as well. So till the next time, guys. Take care.